Hi everyone, my name is Suzanne and I'm a Chinese metaphysics master in Hong Kong. Today we're going to continue our series on Sun Tzu's Art of War, where we discuss the 36 stratagems and how they relate to our business and our success in our career. Now, in the old times, Sun Tzu wrote this Art of War mostly, obviously, for actual warfare on the battlefield. But in a modern context, we use this mainly when we have to deal with opposing market forces, with competition in the marketplace or in the workplace. And there are altogether 36 stratagems or strategies. And what is a little known fact is that out of those 36 strategies, each one of us actually resonates more with one or the other, or several of those stratagems more than others. And that is all based on the composition of our Bazi astrology chart. Because the 36 stratagems, they all relate to animal signs or earthly branches. And depending on what animal signs we have in our natal chart, we resonate better with some of those strategies than others. And that obviously then also helps us implement and execute those strategies better. So in order to see what resonates with you, the first thing you have to do is plot your Bazi chart. Here's the link on the slide. I'm also going to put the link to the plotter into the notes of this video. And then ideally, of course, as always, it's best if you also have the time of birth, but that's not always possible. If you don't have your time of birth, then don't worry too much. The rest you'll certainly have. And then you have a look at what animal signs you have present here in the chart. So we look at this part here. This part is called the earthly branches. And you see this person is born in the tiger year, in the rooster month, on a pig day, and in a horse hour. So 4 different animal signs. And in your chart, you may also have 4 different ones, or maybe some are duplicated. That's perfectly fine. Just take notes of which one appears. And then we'll take a look at today's strategy and see whether this is one where you resonate with. Now, let's take a look at stratagem or strategy number 14, borrow a corpse to raise the spirit. This is one of my personal favorites. I really like this one because this has to do with resurrecting something old, something that is not in use anymore, or something that was very, very popular a few decades ago, and then it just kind of went forgotten, or you know, people didn't pay that much attention to it anymore, and now you resurrect it. So sometimes something that is not useful anymore or is outdated may still see a revival. Yeah, you see this in trends that are being revived, like, you know, 70s styling, for example, or retro fashion. Yeah, so this is a typical example of something where you look at a very successful product or a very successful service or a brand that you may just have to repackage a little bit to make it successful. Yeah, borrow a corpse, take that old unused thing and then resurrect it. And we saw it this year very prominently in Top Gun 2. Yeah, a movie that was extremely popular when I was a child, and it was one of the classics, and it got resurrected this year with a sequel. Yeah, and it just kind of, it took exactly the same concept, the same ideas, exactly what worked back then, and just gave it a little bit of a boost, a little bit of a new cast, of course, because we all get older. And so the cast had to be a younger cast as well, but then it was resurrected and became super, super successful. So this is something that you can do as well in your business, in your career. Look at what worked in the past. Is this something that you can resurrect? Is this something that you can reintroduce into the marketplace, but just with a different brand, with a different image, with a different packaging? Or even in a career perspective, if you look at a project that may have been quite successful in the past, but then it just kind of started lingering because nobody really updated it, can you actually resurrect it by just giving it a new twist? Yeah. This then puts you ahead of the competition. This also works very well if we look at mom and pop stores or, you know, traditional bakeries, for example. They have maybe a product that is very, very traditional to the region, that has been, the recipe has been passed down from generation to generation, and it's successful, but it's just kind of, it's not really, it's just kind of flatlining. Yeah, it's like an old timer. Everybody buys it, but there's no real boom to it. So all you need to do is just kind of revamp it and maybe put a little bit more of, well, if it's a bakery, just put a healthy twist to it, for example, or some more decoration or whatever needs to be done, yeah, just to resurrect it and make it look like something new, even though it's the old recipe. Yeah, so this is stratagem number 14. Now, who does this actually apply to most, or who actually has most affinity with it, is everyone who has the rabbit and or the dog in the chart. So check your Bazi chart. Do you have the rabbit in the chart or the dog, or maybe even both? Then this will definitely be something that you can execute, that resonates with you very well. Probably you've done that in your life before, where you just took something old and made it, adapted it to the more modern circumstances. So this would work very, very well. So check rabbit and or dog in your chart. All right, so this is strategy number 14. I hope you enjoyed this explanation. If you have any questions, any comments, please get in touch with me or just leave a comment in the comment section. And as always, please like this video, share it with anybody who may be interested, and subscribe to my channel. See you soon.